Welcome to episode 9 of Let's Talk Pokemon, the podcast where we talk anything and everything Pokemon. And let me tell you, there is so much information to cover here. And also let me warn you, this is actually recorded before the Pokemon Presents presentation that we're going to get on the day that this episode should be up. So I may just do two episodes in total. Like I may do a bonus episode sometime this weekend to cover the information that's coming our way during the Pokemon Presents. And in fact, let me just go ahead and throw that out now and just kind of get that taken care of. If you haven't seen social media, because it's all a buzz right now, there is a Pokemon Presents going to air today, at least if I'm doing this right. This episode should be launching on Friday, February 26th. But the present starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you're anywhere else, you got to kind of figure out the time zone from there. But it's going to be at about 20 minutes long. And the Pokemon Presents, I did not know this. I didn't realize that there really is a difference between a Pokemon Presents and a Pokemon Direct, because I think a lot of people were just kept calling this a Pokemon Direct, and they kind of had expectations going on. But I guess the difference is a Pokemon Direct is Nintendo run, which means that whatever Pokemon presents in that Direct, it's all about the Switch, like whatever it's related to the Switch console only. A Pokemon Presents, which is something that's relatively new, because that's something that Pokemon Company kind of came out with, I think, a couple years back. A Pokemon Presents can be about anything Pokemon related. Could be card related, could be mobile game related, could be product related. That's straight from the Pokemon Company. So whatever they choose to talk about, it's fair game. Like anything that they do is fair game in a Pokemon Presents, which is more exciting if you think about that, right? Because, I mean, if we only do a Pokemon Direct, then we know we're just getting something about a Switch game, which I'm sure everyone is expecting one specific thing out of this Pokemon Presents, but it's the 25th anniversary. Like, we're gonna get all sorts of Pokemon related content, so this is more exciting in the sense that we could see what may happen to, maybe a new TCG client for the online game, maybe, or we can see some new products being revealed. They could probably talk about their new card set that's supposed to be coming out in the fall. That's supposed to tie into the 25th anniversary celebration. So there are a lot of things they could go through, and I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying that this is actually going to happen, but I almost want to say at least one fair bet is that they're going to talk about Pokemon Unite and possibly give us a U.S. release date, because it is going through that beta testing right now. Well, it's been going through beta testing in China, and then there's already signups for the beta testing in Canada. And so it kind of only makes sense to give us like an estimated window. So maybe telling us if it's a summer mobile game or if it's a fall mobile game. But there are so many other possibilities, and who knows where this might go. So this is extremely exciting. Obviously, by the time this episode comes up, that probably would have already passed or maybe hasn't happened yet. But I'm recording this beforehand, so I'm not going to be able to talk about all of it. But if it is enough for me to do a full-on episode, maybe like another 20 to 30 minute episode, I'll probably try to post one up in the next couple of days. We'll see. No guarantees, because maybe I have to save it all for next week anyway, in case there's no other announcements. Because it seems like Pokemon has already announced a whole bunch of other things with with the mobile games, with some of the products they're releasing, and so maybe it's going to be a bit quiet after the Pokemon Presents. Maybe there's not going to be a whole lot of news, so I've got to have something for next week's episode. But let's take a step back. How are you guys doing? How's everything? How was your Kanto Tour? How was your Shining Fates hunting? Hopefully better than most people. Let's talk about the Kanto Tour first. So that was the big ticketed event from Pokemon Go, with the Kanto celebration, with the special research and all that. It was a $13 ticket, and you had to choose between red or green. Overall, My opinion, I thought the Kanto Tour was great. I for someone that had to do it mostly at home. Like I think it was what started from 9 to 9, so until 4:30, 5 o'clock, I was pretty much at home doing this because I was attending class at the time. I had a blast. The spawns were so much fun. I love the different hours that they were doing with the different spawn sets. The collection challenges seemed fair and they were a lot of fun as well. There was always like that one Pokemon in each collection challenge that was like a rare one that you had to. It seemed like you had to put the incense on and just kind of wait until the right spawn came up. Now, of course, if you've been playing Pokemon Go and you're more hardcore about Pokemon Go, I'm sure these spawns came super easy to you. But I had to stay at home for the majority of this, so I was able to complete most of those collection challenges throughout that day, just from that one location. And I just, like I said, I had a lot of fun. The raids were a lot of fun. I burned through a lot of remote raid passes. I was texting with a buddy of mine. We were kind of setting up raids, like Kangaskhan raids. What other raid did we do? I can't quite remember what other raid we did, but I was getting invited to other raids, and it was a lot of fun. The music was great. I loved hearing the remixes of, not necessarily remixes. I guess they were just more of like a remaster. It's not like they tweaked anything. It's just probably they probably just enhanced the sound of the soundtrack of some of the towns that we went through, which was like Palette, Pewter, Fuchsia, Cerulean, the Victory League, Victory Road, and it was great to hear all that music. Like I think I've said this last time. It was like the first time I've opened up the Pokemon music on Pokemon Go for like the first time since the beginning of the game when it launched. So it was great. What else was there? The trades was a little bit tricky to pull off. I did manage to do the 151 collection, so like I got all 151 Pokemon in one day. I didn't have to, right? Because if you're still doing the Kanto Celebration event, I think you have until maybe tomorrow. It's ending very, very soon to complete it, but I just wanted to try to get it all in one day, and I did. And luckily, because I had to get a Bellsprout. Bellsprout was the very, very last one, the whole Bellsprout line. And I did like a whole random Facebook post on the Pokemon Go group in my city, and someone came in clutch like at the last half hour and was like, "Yeah, I got a Bellsprout. Just send me a friend request, and then we'll do a trade." And then I just got the Bellsprout, evolved it, and then I completed the collection challenge. What else was there? I got the Shiny Ditto. Shiny Ditto is great. Although, if I had to nitpick something, this is my only one nitpick. I'm not saying like this is like the end of the world, but it was slightly disappointing, the build up and the presentation of Shiny Ditto, because you had this whole story leading up to this special Shiny Ditto, like the professor was talking about it, and then when you finish all the challenges and you get to the Shiny Ditto, it's just like, boom, here you go, here's Shiny Ditto. And for me, I was just expecting, and this is why we can't get our hopes up or expectations high, even though this is super minor. I was expecting like a shiny Pokemon, like maybe a shiny Pidgey or a shiny Rattata or something like that, where you had to catch it, and then it's like a surprise, like, oh, and then it becomes a Shiny Ditto. Like, I know beforehand we knew we're getting a Shiny Ditto, but just for story purposes, I was just kind of hoping like it would be a little bit more what enjoyable, I guess, to get that Shiny Ditto. It was just like you did all this work, and then they're like, here you go, and then they just moved on. I was like, oh, okay, a little lackluster there on the presentation, but sure, okay. But regardless, it was just cool to get. And now I'm currently working my way to get that shiny Mew, which they did definitely not make it easy for people. I think the first step here is like catching 151 151 great throws. And then you have to send 151 gifts. So it's the gifts that's slowing me down right now, because I don't spin a whole lot of Pokestops every day. So I have to like rely on the ones that my Pokemon buddy gets me. So I'm currently working my way through there. But it just overall, I feel like I got my $13 value out of it. I know there were some glitches and stuff with the raids, which Pokemon Go have come out and said that they're going to fix. But the celebration, the entire Kanto celebration is still ongoing. So if you didn't finish those collection challenges, if you haven't noticed yet, you can still finish them up again. I think you have until, I want to say it was either tonight or Saturday night to get that taken care of before we kind of start shifting into the March, which starts a whole new season. And I think it's a great event. I had a lot of fun. I can only imagine that they're going to do this again, right? Like they're going to do a Johto celebration tour or something. I think they should. I don't know what they would do for the shiny, like at the end though, because they already gave us shiny Celebi. Unless I guess, of course, they bring it again. But would that be kind of worth it? I don't know. Probably, as long as they set up everything the way they set up this one, right? The music, the spawns, the theming. It was great. I hope you guys had a great time. I was definitely excited for it, and I'm really looking forward to getting my shiny Mew, however long that's going to take. I think the most dreading thing about it was the 151 unique Pokestops, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 151 like just different Pokestops in general. So if you've already spun like the 20 Pokestops or the 2 Pokestops you have around your house, you can still spin those and they will still count, but they count as individual ones. You can't just spin the same one over and over again until you get 151. You just have to spin 151 different Pokestops. So hopefully that's the case, because if it's not, and if it's Pokestops that you haven't spun before, I'm going to be in some trouble because I have to travel out of the way then to do that. But we'll see, and I'm pretty sure that information is confirmed out there somewhere. And obviously when I get to that part, I'll just, say what I experience. All right, now with the Shining Fate stuff, oh boy. Shining Fates is sold out everywhere. I'm pretty sure in your area too. Like the scalpers got to the Shiny Fates product by the time that they put them out on the shelves. I was very fortunate. I was incredibly lucky. Like I went around like somewhere between like 8:30 and 9 o'clock to my local Target. And first of all, I was glad to see that they got limitations on their product. I think I said that in last week's episode that they finally put limitations on that stuff. It was supposed to be like three of each item. And when I got there, it must have been just shortly after they put that stuff up on the shelf, because there were a lot of Shining Fates Pikachu V collection boxes left. But there were also quite a good number of people stacking up on boxes. But it was weird because the sign says 3 of each product for like MLB, all sorts of Topps cards. But for Pokemon, it didn't mention anything specifically Pokemon. And so the security guard that was there, like kind of monitoring, people getting these cards, knew to say 3 of like the baseball stuff, right? Just in general, if they wanted Topps MLB, they can only have 3 in total of Topps MLB. But when it came to Pokemon, it wasn't that specific, and he wasn't even that sure. And I think they were supposed to do just 3 Pokemon items in general, but he came out and said just 3 of each type when it came to the Pokemon product. So basically, I saw someone grab 3 Pikachu V collection boxes, 3 ETBs, 3 of the tins, and then there was some other product, I don't know, but the guy just grabbed 3 of each kind, and then he just was able to buy them all. Other people were coming in buying 3 of the Pikachu V collection boxes. I saw someone buy 3 ETBs alone, and so it was super crazy. But luckily, I managed to get. I was so lucky. I got a Elite Trainer box. I got a Pikachu V collection box, and I also managed to grab 1 tin. And I'm glad that I actually was able to get a tin, because when I got there, there was 2 tins left, and someone was looking at between the shiny Cramorant and the shiny Eldegoss. And unfortunately, he took the shiny Cramorant, which is the one that I really, really wanted. But he did leave the Eldegoss. I'm not exactly sure why, because he kept looking at it for a while, and I was like, what are you trying to find here? Like, there was no dents or anything. But regardless, he left it. I immediately grabbed it, and then I walked away with one ETB, one Pikachu V Collection box, and then one shiny Eldegoss tin. Because I just wanted one of each category of thing. So I wasn't going to grab more. I didn't feel like it. I mean, it just didn't seem right, especially with a lot of people still trying to get product. So I was just happy with what I got. The pulls, let me just say I am extremely pleased with my pulls. I very much enjoyed my opening. I did record my opening, but not in a sense of like narrating it for a YouTube video. I kind of did want to do a YouTube video where you see my openings, but in the background, I'm just talking about in general my experience with Shining Fates and I guess my overall thoughts about the cards and stuff. So that video will be coming up soon. I want to say probably sometime later this week on my YouTube channel at Spartan Strike 07. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Like, I'm not going to spoil what I pulled here. If you do want to see everything that I did pull, I did post it on Instagram. And so if you want to follow me there at Spartan Strike 07, you can see what I pulled from all my Shining Fates product. But I hope you guys are able to get some. It is the newest set. There is a lot of hype around the shiny cards. If you're a big shiny Pokemon fan, definitely try to get one as soon as you can. If not, you know what? Hold on. I take that back. Just be super patient. Like, right now, just the scalpers are winning because the product is limited. But if Pokemon Company is going to come through with their promise on printing a larger quantity of the cards, then don't worry, you'll get a hold of some soon. Please don't just buy from scalpers. Don't buy product that's way high up over standard retail price. If the tin is like a $25 tin, which I think that's the right price. Don't spend like $40-$50 on the tin. Don't do that, please. Like, I get it. I know you're anxious to open up some cards, that you really want something for Shiny Fates. You want to take your chances on getting that shiny Charizard VMAX, but don't resort to paying double the standard retail price. It is not worth it. You're only giving more fuel for the scalpers to do their thing, and we can only slow them down or cripple the scalpers by not giving in to those prices, by not purchasing their product at such a high overcost. If you're just looking for individual cards, I'm pretty sure just buying the singles on TCG Player or something is much cheaper. So just be patient and don't give in to that kind of, I guess, pressure. But other than that, we do have some other Pokemon product coming out there. It looks like those shiny Pokemon plushes are more out in the open now. With the all green Bulbasaur, the all green Squirtle, the all green Charmander, and all green Bulbasaur, all blue Squirtle, all red Charmander, and all yellow Pikachu, which are quoted as the shiny Pokemon plushes. Those seem to be at Walmart now. I could have grabbed all four, but I wasn't ready to cough up to $13 a piece yet for a big purchase all at once like that. So I did grab my shiny Squirtle, which at least, if of anything, I at least got that one. But kind of keep an eye out for those, not just at the front, because they hold it sometimes at where they keep the Pokemon cards, but they might be in the toy section where they keep the Pokemon toys. So kind of check both sides, so that way if you really want one, just kind of make sure you keep your eyes open for that. The Pokemon cereal is out now, the General Mills cereal with the Pokemon cards. It seems like the only ones that might be getting it is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, although I thought it was going to be under most or all of the General Mills cereal. But for right now, it seems like Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the way to go. And if you want to take advantage of a deal, Publix has a buy one, get one on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So go to your local Publix if you have one, and then check out the cereal aisle and see if they have any. But the cereal's out there. I got the 2 boxes, and I opened up one of the booster packs already. Cards are pretty sweet. Every one of those booster packs comes with a hollow Pikachu that's stamped with a 25th anniversary stamp. Plus, there's like puzzles on the back of the box you could do while eating cereal, and they're super easy puzzles. I mean, these things were meant for kids anyway. So it was a good find. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun just finding all this Pokemon stuff out in the stores, man. Like, the whole hype is definitely building up. Because in addition to that, if you haven't seen them yet, if you go to Walmart especially, because I guess not a lot of people are buying this up, but the first partner binders are out now too. And this is something I think I talked about several episodes back, where we are getting the oversized jumbo cards of the starter Pokemon per month, right? Because March is Galar, and then, April is going to be something else. And the binders, the one that actually fits these jumbo cards, are now in stock, and they come automatically with a oversized Pikachu card with it, and it's already got that 25th anniversary stamp, and it retails for $9.99, at least that basic one. So this was odd, because when I got there and I saw these binders, I asked a lady that was overseeing the Pokemon cards. I was like, hey, how much are those binders? Because she brought up it was $19.99 or $19.99. It was $20. I was like, oh, that's strange. Because in my head, I'm thinking I could have sworn it was $10. So I was like, okay, I'll just buy the one. And then they also had a couple of some new blister packs. Basically, they were like Sword and Shield base set and Darkness Ablaze booster packs that come with a like randomly inserted card, which could be a reverse foil, a common, uncommon, or rare, or it could just be a rare card, or it could be a GX or V card. So that was kind of an interesting booster pack, but I grabbed just like 2 of those, and then I grabbed the binder. When she scanned the binder, it was actually still $9.99. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder why she thought it was $20. So anyway, lo and behold, Pokebeach has reported that there's actually a Target exclusive version that does retail for $19.99, because that one comes with 3 booster packs. It's like a Vivid Voltage, a Darkness Ablaze, and then one other pack of something I can't quite remember. But it's just weird that she said it was $20, because if this is a Target exclusive, then I don't know why she would mistake that as a $20 binder. But regardless, it's out there. And so if you want the one with the booster packs, go to Target. Although I'm just putting my 2 cents here. I would say those are probably out of stock, seeing that they come with booster packs. And of course, people are going to go after the booster packs. Just kind of keep that in mind when you go there. You might be better off just going to Walmart and getting the standard binder with the Pikachu card for $9.99. But it looks great. The card is awesome. I posted a picture already on my Instagram account with it. And the blister packs are pretty cool too. I didn't get anything really special from the randomly inserted card. But I guess it's just one of those, like, by chance, if you can get a GX or a V card. And those, I think those were only like $5, like $4.98, I think the price of those blister packs were. And yeah, just check out Walmart if you can. Hopefully I guess the scalpers don't care much about the binders, or didn't think that the binders were that big of a deal, which is why I actually went to 2 Walmarts and saw them, and there was like at least 3 of the binders left in stock. So I would say take your chances if you really want to go out there and find one. All right, let's go ahead and get through all of the video game / mobile game announcement stuff. There's a ton of it, mostly from Pokemon Masters and Pokemon Go. So I'm going to try to start off light here and then kind of work our way to the bigger stuff. I think Pokemon Go will probably be the last thing that we talk about, seeing that we are currently in the transition of going into a new season for Pokemon Go. So let's start with Pokemon Cafe, because there's actually some updates for you Pokemon Cafe players out there. The next event, which I believe at the time of recording this should already be up and running. The Celebi event will return for a repeated run starting on February 24th and then ending on March 10th, giving players another chance to get Celebi. In addition to that, to celebrate Pokemon Day, all players who log in between February 26th to March 1st will receive a special gift of 2,500 golden acorns. So, hey, even Pokemon Cafe is getting to the Pokemon Day celebration. Well, and that's pretty much it, by the way. That's all there is to Pokemon Cafe. I think they updated with a couple of new stages, but there was nothing else really going on there. I don't know if Pokemon Cafe is even that popular anymore, which is why they don't update it as frequently. But you Pokemon Cafe players out there, just let me know what is your take on the game. Is it as fun as the other Pokemon mobile games, or is it just like one of those unique, like it's not for everybody, only certain people that like this type of game might enjoy it? You let me know, because I still haven't found anything yet that's got me hooked onto Pokemon Cafe. In Pokemon Sword and Shield news, to celebrate the commencement of P25 music, the special Sing Pikachu is being distributed. This is available to all players via the code P25MUS1C. P25 music, but in music the I is number 1. So P25 music. It has the moves Sing, Encore, Celebrate, and Electro Ball, and holds the Light Ball, and that will be available until March 25th. So go into your mystery gift, enter code, and enter P25MUS1C. Also, in celebration of Shining Fates, there is a Shiny Toxicity event that's running globally in conjunction with the TCG set Shining Fates. Toxicity is level 50 and comes with a throat spray and the moves Overdrive, Sludge Wave, Boom Burst, and Rising Voltage, and you have until March 19th to collect that. Now remember, here in the US, you have to go to a GameStop. You don't have to necessarily be inside a GameStop, you just have to be within the area, which is what I did. I was literally on my way from one store and just kind of walking towards GameStop, and the Pokemon Pass picked up that I was nearby, and then you could just download the code from there. So you don't have to go into a store and scan something. You can just, maybe park somewhere in the parking lot in front of the GameStop and then be able to get that code. But again, you have until March 19th to claim that one. And then also, I think at the time of recording this, as well as this episode being up, there is a Gigantomax Pikachu raid going on in celebration of Pokemon Day. So it'll run from February 26th through February 28th. And if more than 1 million people beat Gigantamax Pikachu, then players will get 100 Armorite ore and 100 Dynite ore. And once that is accomplished, the gifts will be distributed from March 2nd through March 15th. So pretty cool. Also keep in mind, for the Cramorant stuff, you have until the 28th, I believe, so the end of the month, to claim those prizes that we got, which was like a Toxic Orb and some bottle caps and things like that. So don't forget to go into Pokemon Sword and Shield and claim all this stuff. It's a lot of free stuff actually that they're giving us, so that's actually pretty sweet. It's been kind of a while since we've gotten like a huge Pokemon Sword and Shield thing. Usually it's just been like the raid events, but they're just giving us Pokemon left and right, and I don't see any complaints behind that. All right, now with Pokemon Masters, let's do Pokemon Masters, because there is a lot here. DNA have unveiled their first part of the special 1.5 anniversary to kind of coincide with the Pokemon Day celebration. So there's a lot going on here. Let me start with the standard stuff. In case you are a fan of the Champion Stadium, it is now going back to the Johto Challenge from March 1st to April 5th. And then we have a couple of new Pokefair Scouts. One of them kind of rerunning Cynthia and Komao and Lance and Dragonite. They are in a special Pokefair Scout until March 4th. And then also there's a reward rally boost going on. So the level training area and the cap unlock training area will be dropping more rewards until March 8th in case you are in need of more resources to level up your sync pairs. And so those are the basic announcements there. But the 1.5 anniversary related announcements are kind of interesting, considering that there's story events, there's new sync pairs coming in. For instance, they unveiled, this was the big kind of starter to the whole thing, Leon and Charizard is going to be our first Master Sync pair in Pokemon Masters. Now, that event is running until the 26th. So it is a Pokefair Scout, and another Charizard, which they did it. Okay, I get it. It makes sense to give Leon Charizard. You could argue maybe Dragapult, because I think Dragapult's another kind of Pokemon that gets attached to Leon, but I probably would have been slightly disappointed / surprised if they didn't give him Charizard. But even giving him Charizard, it's like now you can have a team of 3 Charizards, right? Because you have Red and Charizard. You could get a Charmander from the eggs, and then you can do a sync pair with you and your partner. So there's another Charizard there, and now you can have Leon and Charizard. However, the thing about Master Sync pairs is that they have a passive ability which boosts your other pairs quite significantly. But it seems like this first Master Sync pair will really only boost the power of your Galar Sync pairs. So obviously whoever's partnered with Leon, in this case, it would be Piers and Marnie, by the way, which we're going to talk about in a second. It will only boost their stats. And I guess that's fair because you don't want to boost Red and Charizard even more than it already is. Regardless, it is cool. It is a cool sync pair. It is very exciting to get, which makes me think that this whole Dynamax, Gigantamax thing that they're going to introduce into Pokemon Masters is going to be something that you can add onto a sync pair, because I would find it hard to believe that we are not going to be able to Gigantamax that Charizard. Like, that would be kind of, I don't know, a little weird, considering that in the anime especially, Leon always Gigantamaxes his Charizard. But we shall see. Again, that will run until February. Actually, I think a lot of this stuff ends sometime in March, but it starts on February 26th. So again, by the time you're listening to this, it is up and running. The other sync pair that they've announced with this is Marnie and Morpeko, which has an ability to be able to switch types in the middle of battle. So that's also there. I haven't looked too much into her, but Marnie is a huge fan favorite, and I'm sure I'm going to try to get her if I can. But my first priority right now is Leon and Charizard. So I'm burning. I already burned through quite a bit of gems, and I got to stock up on some. But I think if you partake in some of the login stuff, you have, I guess, a chance of getting up to 10,000 gems on some of the rallies that's going on. All right, so beyond those, Gloria will return on March 4th. Gloria was the sync pair that was attached to Zacian. So if you missed them the first time around, you have another chance at them. A story event featuring Leon called Champion Time will also start by the time this anniversary begins. And a solo event based on Marnie, Yell, and Dream will start to run from March 4th. So they're giving us the Leon story first, and then we can get the Marnie story just shortly after that. And then there is another story event, Shining Heart of Dragons, featuring Iris in champion mode. So she's got her champion costume on, which will start to run from March 18th. There's also going to be some usability updates coming to sync grids, which I believe they kind of just show you like in numbered chains. So if you pick, the first tile will be marked as number 1, second tile will be 2, so on and so forth. But you also have presets that you can use. So you can save a certain sync grid and then activate a new slot to save a second build if you want to. And then finally on March 18th, so March 18th was Iris, and March 31st, Diantha with Gardevoir is finally going to be available, which a lot of people were kind of clamoring for, considering that for a long time, Diantha and Gardevoir were the only sync pair that was not available from the Pokemon Masters logo screen. So when you open up Pokemon Masters, right, and you get to that screen with all the sync pairs, like Lance and Dragonite, Brock and Onyx, Diantha and Gardevoir are in there, but we haven't gotten them yet. And I don't remember what the last sync pair on that page that we got was, but regardless, it was so long that people kept thinking that anything that Pokemon Master was going to announce was going to be like, yeah, and we're going to throw in Diantha and Gardevoir in there too. And nope, not until finally this year in March is when we're going to get that sync pair. Also, the last thing that they've announced is that on March 31st, we're going to get our new Legendary Arena featuring Latios. So we had Latios before. They're just doing the other Legendary Pokemon. And if you're into the Legendary Arena events, then you have that Legendary Pokemon to look forward to. Right now, currently, they're still doing the Cresselia Legendary Arena event, which is a little difficult, but I haven't really delved or committed a whole lot of time to it. So we'll see if that ends up, well, if I end up getting the 4-star medal for it. But yeah, so a lot of exciting things happening to Pokemon Masters, a lot of exciting sync pairs, a lot of, I guess, opportunity for people to be tempted to buy gems to pull for these sync pairs, which I might end up coughing up some money to purchase gems so I can pull these guys. And maybe I kind of don't want to, but at the same time, it's a little bit exciting since I'm kind of already in the whole Pokemon Day hype and all that, and I don't want to miss out. I want to get them as soon as possible, so I guess I'll let you know next week if I end up coughing up money for those gems, but we shall see. Regardless, if you're a Pokemon Masters fan, a lot of stuff to look forward to, especially with Pokemon Day just right around the corner. Technically tomorrow, really. So yeah, all right. So now let's talk about Pokemon Go. Oh boy, it's a doozy. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple minor things out of the way here. In Pokemon Go, Niantic have confirmed that Farfetch, Tauros, Mr. Mime, and Kangaskhan are now back in raid battles in their respective regions until March 1st. So, following the Kanto Tour celebration event, they're going to be in raids for a couple more days. And I'm not sure if this is actually true. And now that I think about it, maybe it might be in the announcement we're going to talk about here for the season. But someone was posting that like the other regional Pokemon are going to be in raid events, which I kind of hope so, but like they would be in raids in their respective regions, right? So, you know, if let's say, I don't remember where this is specific, but Relicanth, right, specific to a specific region, but those people in that area will be able to go to those raids. Hopefully, they can invite then other people to join those raids from other parts of the or from other parts of the world, so that way they can try to get a chance to get it. I think that'd be kind of cool, but I don't know if that's actually confirmed. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit to see. In addition to this, Pokemon Go Battle League has now shifted to the Kanto Cup format, allowing only Pokemon from the Kanto region with a maximum CP of 1,500, and this will run until February 29th. So if you're listening to this on the day this episode releases, you got a couple days until these events end. Now, the bigger announcement. Niantic have announced the next Pokemon Go season. The Season of Legends, starting March 1st through June 1st. And this event will show the debut of the Therian forms of Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. And there will also be different Mega Evolved Pokemon appearing in raids. So remember, Pokemon Go has shifted to seasons now in the game. And we are ending the winter season and entering this. This is their spring season, technically. And they're calling it the Season of Legends. Different Pokemon will start appearing, such as Frillish and Mantine near water, Voltorb and Glameow in the city, and Hoppip in the forest. There will be various hemisphere-exclusive Pokemon. Tangela, Combee, Croagunk, Ducklet, Turtwig, Chimchar, Piplup, Deerling Spring Form, Scyther, Dratini, or Cottonee will be in the northern hemisphere, while Mankey, Yama, Buizel, Woobat, Snivy, Tapig, Oshawott, Autumn Form Deerling, Pineco, Bagon, or Ferroseed will be in the southern hemisphere. Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Badoo, and more will be in 2K eggs. Drowsy, Azurill, and Muna will be in 5K eggs. Nincada, Alomomola, and more will be in 10K eggs. So they shifted around the egg Pokemon a bit. There will be special research regarding Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus, offering them candy. Players will also have increased XP from 5-star raids, so that's actually kind of a nice bonus. More incentive for you guys to do raids. And then there will be free remote raid passes given throughout different points in the season. So, pretty good so far. I think that's just the general information for it. Kind of exciting. I haven't been a fan of, like, I guess what they call them, the legendary genies, or I don't know what really the trio is referred to. But Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus have never really been my kind of favorites, or never really been up there for me. But regardless, it's just more stuff for me to collect, and so I'm looking forward to it. But I think out of all of this that I've said so far, the increased XP for 5-star raids is very enticing, considering that you already get 10,000. With a lucky egg, you get 20,000. So I'm wondering how much more XP you can get, because that's definitely going to help for any of you guys that's trying to get to the next level and you're lacking the XP. Doing the 5-star raids is going to help immensely. The only downside to it is, yeah, you're going to have to cough up money for remote raid passes, or maybe just be super patient and do the one raid a day, because you do get that one raid pass per day. You just have to make sure you used your previous raid pass to collect it. Now, Niantic have also, just shortly after that, I think a few days after that, detailed a lot of different events that's going to happen in March. And there's quite a bit of it, so bear with me here. The first thing they mentioned was that the new research breakthrough reward for March is going to be Gibble, and that will run from March 1st to March 30th, which is pretty sweet. I think it's exciting. You get another chance of shiny Gibble, or at least kind of like you get that consistency there where you don't have to wait for that rare spawn. Gibble is a fan favorite, and so being able to get a high IV Gibble through just the research breakthrough reward is, I think, definitely worth it. The 5-star raid battles have been confirmed. From March 1st through March 6th, Landorus Incarnate form will be in raids, with its shiny being available. From March 6th through March 11th, Tornadus Incarnate form will be in raids. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Incarnate? I'm going to say Incarnate. And also the shiny will be available for Tornadus. And then from March 11th through March 16th, Thundurus Incarnate form will be in raids, with its shiny also being available. From March 16th through March 30th, Thundurus Therian form will be in raids, and March 30th Tornadus Therian form will be in raids until sometime in April. So what about Thundurus, Tornadus, what about Landorus? Well, I guess Landorus is, that one makes sense. Landorus is in April. This is for March. Duh. So, I'm pretty sure the beginning of April, you're going to have Landorus Therian form, being in 5-star raids. But we'll see. We'll wait till the confirmation on that. Alright, now Giovanni will return to Pokemon Go with new special research that will give Shadow, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres in March, April, and May respectively, starting on February 28th. Mega Blastoise, Pidgeot, and Ampharos will be in Mega Raids from March 1st through March 16th. Then, Mega Houndoom, Mega Abomasnow, and a surprise Mega Evolution will be available from March 16th. Which I'm not quite sure what the surprise Mega Evolution is, although I think I overheard somewhere on social media that the data mine is out there already for it. So if you want to be spoiled by who it is, then go out there and I guess search the interwebs to see what that special surprise Mega Evolution could possibly be. The other events in March, again, this is a doozy. From March 9th through March 14th, the Searching for Legends event will run. This event focuses on searching for legendary Pokemon and offers a chance to get shiny Nosepass, which, to associate with legendary Pokemon? Like, is there lore behind Nosepass that associates it with legendary Pokemon? I don't know. I've never heard of that. Anyway, March 16th through March 22nd, the Charge Up event will run. This event features the introduction of some electric-type Pokemon to Pokemon Go. So does that mean we're getting new, never before seen? Not never before seen, but never before introduced to Pokemon Go electric-type Pokemon? I don't know. From March 24th through March 29th, the Weather Week event will run to celebrate the Therian forms being added to Pokemon Go. It features weather-themed Pokemon spawns and new avatar items. I feel like, what's his name? I already forgot this. The one that has all the different forms. Castform. Castform is probably going to be like the most common spawn during this event. An Incense Day focused on Psychic and Steel type will run on March 14th, focusing on Psychic and Steel type Pokemon, including Beldum. A Raid Weekend event will run from March 27th through 28th. That's it. That's all the details of that one. So I guess they're holding the details on that one pretty tight. And every Monday, a box containing 1 remote raid pass, 10 Ultra Balls, and 10 Raspberries will be available. I'm glad that they're giving us the remote raid pass. It is just once a week, which is kind of the downside to it. I guess that's like the only negative to it. But I guess, I don't know. Actually, I'm on the side of why not just give us a free daily remote raid pass? Like, give us maybe the option to choose. Like, do we want the regular raid pass or the remote raid pass? Because honestly, for some people, the remote raid pass is probably the more valuable thing. And not in the sense of like, we want it because it costs more, although I don't think it does. I think it's the same price as a regular raid pass. But in our area, if we don't feel like we can go outside to do raids, we're not close enough to a gym or anything like that, then it would be nice to have the remote raid pass so we can do one from a distance. But maybe they're working their way to that, and this is kind of like the first step to see if they're losing out. I mean, they got to make money, and I know they're still making billions of dollars off of every thing that we do, but I guess they're trying to see how that would work. Regardless, it is nice that we at least get the one per week. Niantic also are announcing some quality of life improvements to extra large candy. Trading has a chance of rewarding extra large candy for Pokemon you have traded. The greater the distance, the better the chance. Walking with your buddy now offers a chance to get extra large candy. And then catching legendary, mythical, and evolved Pokemon guarantees you a reward of extra large candy, which is nice. It is, I guess that's a big issue right now, getting the extra large candy to help boost your Pokemon to the level 50 CP stuff, but I guess they're trying to figure out ways to put that in there and still make it reasonable without everyone kind of going crazy and boosting up their Pokemon. They're obviously trying to time gate some of this stuff. So hopefully that works out better for some people. I'm not that big into Pokemon Go competitively, so I don't know if these little changes actually helps the overall improvement of that sector of Pokemon Go. Now, the next thing would be the Niantic have announced the Spotlight Hours for the month of March. And they happen from 6 to 7 local time. And, this first one, I try to partake in some of these Spotlight Hours, but if there's one that I'm going to do, it has to be this one. On March 2nd, we're getting Krabby that will also give you some 2x, 2 times evolution experience. Regardless, I want to see the Krabby. I want to get my shiny Krabby, which I didn't get during the Pokemon Go Kanto Tour. And I'm excited for that hour. I'm definitely going to partake in that full hour as long as nothing else gets in my way. And yeah, out of all these, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. On March 9th, we're going to get Drowsy with double evolution experience. On March 16th, it's going to be Voltorb with double catch experience. March 23rd, Surskit with double catch candy. And March 30th, Slugma with double catch candy as well. Niantic have also announced a new test of bonus hours running from 6 o'clock local time each Thursday. On March 4th, Go Rocket Hour will happen with increased rocket balloon spawns. On March 11th, Mega Bonus Hour, more candy when catching Pokemon of the same type as your active Mega Evolution. More candy, of the same. So if you have like Mega Blastoise running, then water Pokemon will give you more candy when catching them. Okay, I can kind of see that. On March 18th, you have a Mega Raid hour where Mega Raids are more common. So Niantic is really trying to experiment with different types of events with their bonus hour events, because the Spotlight hour has been kind of successful, I guess, which is why they keep doing it. And so they're going to try out some more different things, which is nice. Add some more flavor to Pokemon Go. And that's all of it. That is all the Pokemon Go news. So there's a lot to do. I mean, the Pokemon Day celebration is this weekend with the Pokemon Presents and the Pokemon Concert. And if you're a Pokemon Go player, the party doesn't stop. It seems like there's going to be still so much to do, which I don't know, actually, now that I think about it. Is it too much again? We just got done with this huge Kanto celebration, all these different weekly celebration events. I thought they would kind of slow down a little bit, considering you don't want to burn out their players, because it's been kind of hectic trying to get everything. Doesn't seem like we're getting a downtime, maybe, but I don't know. It already seems overwhelming. Maybe because we're reading this whole thing all at once, right? It's supposed to be for the entire month of March, really the entire season, from March to June. And just reading it all at once kind of feels overwhelming. Hopefully it doesn't feel that overwhelming as we head into that. But because I would like a little break from Pokemon Go, at least just some general spawns, without thinking like I need to get something before it goes away. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. All right, we have a couple more things to talk about. Let's talk about Pokemon Center. Because they released some new product. First of all, on last Friday, they released Shining Fates products, which, just like with the whole skateboard situation, it was all sold out within seconds. If you try to get Shining Fates from Pokemon Center, hopefully your order pulled through. But by the time I looked at it, I think it was like an hour after they were up. I mean, it was already unavailable. It was already out of stock. So I wouldn't rely too much on getting Pokemon product, or at least Pokemon cards from Pokemon Center for a while, maybe, because the scalpers seem to be doing their whole bot thing, I'm sure. I don't know what that experience was like. I didn't hear a lot of complaints about bots per se. It's just a matter of the stock just being completely sold out at that time. But I'm sure Pokemon Center will restock once they get more production going. And hopefully there's going to be a lot more available for everybody else. But a couple of the other things that were interesting that were put on Pokemon Center. There is a Nendoroid Marnie posable figure. So the synopsis or the description goes, get ready for battle with Marnie, one of your rivals in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, appearing here as an adorable Nendoroid alongside her partner Morpeko. This posable figure features interchangeable faceplates and limbs, so you can recreate your favorite scenes from the game, like Marnie throwing a dusk ball or practicing her smile with Morpeko. The Marnie figure measures about 4 inches tall, includes interchangeable parts and 2 Morpeko figures, full belly mode and hangry mode. It also comes with a dusk ball accessory and a Nendoroid stand, and it is made for Pokemon Center by Good Smile Company, and it retails for $58.99. Now again, Marnie has been a very extremely popular character in Rising from Pokemon Sword and Shield, so I'm sure the pre-orders for this might go out soon. Well, I think at the time of recording this, the pre-orders are still up. But if you're a Marnie fan, it doesn't hurt to have this one. This is like one of those like mini, what do they call it? Like the chibi kind of style figures. So it's kind of neat. And if you're into that, go ahead and go out there and pre-order yours. There's 2 really exciting things in commemoration of the Pokemon 25th anniversary that they released on Pokemon Center. This first one, I'm really contemplating about. I haven't coughed out the money for it. I don't know if I will. But there is a Pokemon Celebration Express electric model train by the Lionel Company. It is in commemoration of the 25th anniversary. Pokemon Celebration Express electric model train by Lionel will be available. featuring Pikachu, Eevee, Mew, Snorlax, and the first partner Pokemon from Kanto to Galar. It makes a uniquely interactive addition to any Pokemon fan's collection. This Pokemon Center exclusive set includes everything you need to set up and control your very own model train. And the quality of it, I'm not sure. Because from the pictures, it just looks like it's made from like a cheap plastic. But Lionel's supposedly like this high-end model train brand. But I don't know what that means because I'm not a model train person. So I don't know if this is worth the price tag, which the price tag is what's keeping me from buying this train. It's retailing for $400, $399.99, obviously plus tax, $400 model train. Now, overall, is it a cool thing to probably get? Yeah, it's a Pokemon themed exclusive train, but to say that it's worth $400, like, are model trains really that expensive? Like, maybe theme trade, sure, because you have to pay for, like, the branding of it. This is Pokemon, for instance. Like, you're paying what they call the Pokemon taxes on it. But $400, like, that is just crazy to think, to spend that much money. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is something I'm going to get. I'm kind of hoping that it just sells out, so that prevents me from thinking about it and stressing about it even more. But if you got the money, just buy it. Like, why not? Like, if you have the $400 to spare, which is such a weird thing to say, just buy the train, because this is like one of those once in a lifetime situation. Like, who knows if they'll make another model train for Pokemon. But yeah, it's like I said, it does look cool, but it also does look cheaply made, and I don't want to invest in something that is kind of subpar than, I guess what it's hyped up to be. But the other exciting thing, which I did get, and hopefully for those of you that follow me on social media and you saw my post about it, hopefully you got your pre-order in. But it turns out that the wand company, the company that's responsible for the die-cast or the Pokeball replica, has released another Pokeball, this one specifically, the Master Ball. And this is the Pokemon Center exclusive one. This is not something you can get in other sites, because I did check Sideshow, which is where I pre-ordered my Pokeball replica. The Master Ball was not there. So this one was specifically Pokemon Center. We knew that beforehand. We knew that there was going to be one exclusive to Pokemon Center, and I really thought it was going to be the Premier Ball, but they chose to go with the Master Ball, and it's limited to 5,000. And at the time of recording this, the pre-orders have already been out. They were up for quite a while because this was like a random drop. Like, I don't think anyone really knew that this item was going to be available. Although, I guess you could have guessed it, seeing that this is the Pokemon week. Pokemon Day is just right around the corner. So, it makes sense for them to drop a kind of high-end item like this. And it retails for $119.99. And it has the same, bells and whistles of the Pokeball replica. It does the lights, it does the sounds. It's got a cool stand to it. But yeah, like I said, it was limited to 5,000. It was up for maybe several hours, I want to say, because it dropped around 11 o'clock. And then when I checked, I think it was not until maybe 4 or 5 that the pre-orders were done. So if you got one, great. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I don't know. I doubt they're going to, do a restock on that, because it is a limited item. But once I get it, I'll probably do an unboxing video on my channel just to kind of check out all the things to it. I'm not quite sure when it comes out, now that I think about it. I don't know if there was a release date for it, but regardless, this is just one of those things to add to the collection of Pokeballs that they're going to release. So who knows when they're going to release the Great Ball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and the Premier Ball. Those are the only other three Pokeballs that are going to be produced and sent out for this year. All right. So that's all the new stuff for Pokemon Center. I don't think there was anything else to that. We still got the greatest hits collection on there. The pins are still there. It was just the Shiny Fates, the Train, and the Marnie figure, as well as the Master Ball. I'm sure we will get more product coming up probably in the next couple of days, especially next week. I think there were rumors about a particular jacket, a Switch case, and I guess a thermos bottle or something like that. So keep your eyes out on Pokemon Center for a lot of that Pokemon 25th anniversary collection items, especially if this is something that you kind of want to get. I mean, it's the 25th anniversary. It kind of gives you like that, not a justified excuse, but a fair excuse to say like, well, I mean, this only happens once, so I got to get this cool Pokemon item because it's not going to happen again. The only other thing to bring up is that we were treated to a nice surprise. It turns out that Pokemon Company has released a song, a cover specifically from Post Malone, doing a cover of "Only Want to Be with You" by Hootie and the Blowfish, and it was just random. It's up on Spotify and iTunes or wherever you listen to your music. It's also on the YouTube channel, and it is such a good song. Like, first of all, getting a classic song from the '90s, A+. The Post Malone cover is super good. And not only that, but they also added hints of a theme song from Pokemon into the mix. Now, it did take me a while. Like, I knew there was something slightly different about the song, and I was like, okay, this gotta be from one of the games. Like, this sounds like a theme song from one of the games. And it turns out it is. When I was reading up on Celebi, they brought up that there's hints of Ecruteak City into the song, and you can definitely hear it in the beginning and towards the end of the song, which is great. Like, it's a nice mix, and if that's kind of the song, if that's kind of thing we're expecting from the virtual concert, I'm all for it. It just kind of build up the hype for it. I was listening to this song like nonstop. Like, it's a 3-minute song. I was listening to it all day, and I can't get enough of it. It's great. If you haven't checked it out for whatever reason, turn on Spotify right now and search for it. Again, that's a Post Malone cover of "Only Want to Be With You" by Hootie and the Blowfish. And I definitely think it kind of brings in some of that nostalgic factor, especially since this is a song from the 90s. I would say a good generation, a good group of people, of Pokemon fans, are from the 90s, so this is definitely going to hit on that nostalgia factor for a lot of us. But yeah, go ahead and check it out and get excited for the Pokemon virtual concert that's going to happen on Saturday for this. It's exciting stuff for sure. All right, that's everything. That was a lot to take in, a lot of stuff to kind of expect. This isn't even we haven't even talked about the Pokemon Presents stuff, and who knows what crazy things that they'll announce there. I would say just obviously don't. I always have to bring this up, or I feel like I should bring it up, but I know we want certain things for Pokemon. I know we have exciting ideas for Pokemon, but just because we want those things doesn't mean that they have to give us those things. Temper your expectations. Obviously be hyped, be excited, but don't be super, critical or, it's okay to be disappointed. It is obviously okay to be disappointed. No one should tell you that you shouldn't be disappointed, but don't let your disappointment reach to a new level of like anger or hate or anything like that, because I feel like that's a little unjustified. Like, Pokemon doesn't owe us anything. I mean, if we've been a fan of Pokemon for this long, then obviously we like what they're doing with their stuff so far. Yeah, we can always add ideas for improvement or add ideas of like, hey, they should really think about this. Like, for instance, I would love a Pokemon MMORPG. I think that would be awesome. But hey, if that's not their plan, if they want to stick to a certain style, and I've been liking their style like all the way up through this point, then why should I get mad if they don't do a Pokemon MMORPG? Like, I love everything that they do Pokemon-wise. I haven't really been fully disappointed by anything yet, and I'm looking forward to whatever the presents bring, and hopefully it's like I said, hopefully it's a lot of exciting stuff to kind of keep us excited for the duration of the 25th anniversary. So here's to some great announcements and some exciting stuff heading our way. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode, of course, with our last segment, the Pokedex Trivia. where I read to you a Pokedex entry of a mysterious Pokemon that you have to try to figure out from the entry that I read. Now, I will not tell you where the Pokedex entry comes from, but using the clues within the Pokedex entry, you should be able to figure out. This one, I think, is fairly easy. And then afterwards, after I reveal who it is, we'll talk about some of the trivia behind it. So here we go. With the hair wrapped around its body, helping to enhance its muscles, this Pokemon can overwhelm even Machamp. I feel like this is going to be an easy one, guys. If you haven't locked in your answer, I mean, I feel like if I give you a hint, it's going to give it away. Let me read the Pokedex entry again. With the hair wrapped around its body, helping to enhance its muscles, this Pokemon can overwhelm even Machamp. I don't even know what hint I could give. Okay, it's a dual type. There's 2 typings. One of them being fairy. I don't know what other. It's a stage 2, so this is the 3rd in its evolutionary line. I think we're gonna cut this one short because the first part of this Pokedex entry kind of gives it away. You got your answer locked in? I hope so at this point, because I'm just gonna go out and say it. It is none other than number 861, Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is our Pokemon of this episode. It is a dark fairy type. The hair probably gave it away, right? That with the hair wrapped around its body, there's no other Pokemon that has hair wrapped around its body. The closest thing you could get to is maybe Tangela or Tangrowth, but that's not even really hair. Those are like what, vine whips, right? Like just plant substance. This one was I thought was fairly easy, but nevertheless, let's go and talk about some of the trivia behind it. No Pokemon have the same type combination as Grimmsnarl in its pre-evolved forms. Dark and Fairy, yeah, I think that's definitely unique. Grimmsnarl and its pre-evolved forms are also the only Fairy-type Pokemon to have a double resistance to Dark-type moves. Makes sense. Grimmsnarl and its pre-evolved forms are the only Pokemon that are in the Fairy and Human-like A groups. And Grimmsnarl is tied with Granbull for the highest based attack stat of all non-legendary Fairy-type Pokemon. Grimmsnarl is very cool. He was definitely one of my favorites. I was surprised that this was the final evolution for this one, because we did see Impidimp early on in the announcements for Sword and Shield. Oh man, what is the second? I don't remember what the second evolved form is called. It's not off the top of my head, but it kind of made sense. The evolutionary is still that pink little character, just had a little bit more hair on the top of it. But then to see its final evolved form was like, that definitely elevated quite quickly. And it's completely wrapped around hair. The Gigantamax, the hair is just even more defined. Like, it's still nevertheless a really cool Pokemon. The shiny is really, really cool to it. The white that it has on it is makes it very unique, very much stands out. And it's definitely, I don't want to say it's one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm not that crazy for it, but I do get excited when I see Grimmsnarl. Like it's one of those like, oh man, that's such a cool Pokemon to see, and like, and it's like, whatever action it's doing, like it's just one of those cooler Pokemon. And it's kind of a fan favorite, I would say. It's definitely used quite a bit in competitive VGC. So I'm sure it's building up popularity from there. But yeah, Grimmsnarl, definitely A+ in my book. Definitely one of the better Pokemon designs too, I think, in my opinion. All right, well, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, this didn't drag on much longer than it had to. There were a lot of announcements, and we're just going to get even more. And if I do a bonus episode, it'll probably be within the next few days, just talking about the Pokemon Present stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. Not going to make any promises, but we'll see if I end up releasing a separate episode for that stuff. So get excited, get hyped, get pumped. Like this is actually a really exciting time with all the stuff that they're doing between their games, between the products and everything. They're definitely making it feel like this is a huge deal for Pokemon, and it is. It is the 25th anniversary, 25 years of Pokemon, and for the longtime fans, like this probably hits home for a lot of people. Like a lot of people are probably out there with their childhood memories coming again, and just wanting to pop open a Game Boy and play Red or Blue or Gold or Silver or whatever the case may be. This is exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So with that being said, if you guys want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SpartanStrike07. If you want to follow me on my YouTube channel, you can follow me on SpartanStrike07. Right now it's just a podcast episodes, but with some new stuff coming my way with the Master Ball and the my Shiny Fates opening, there'll be a couple more different videos throughout the next couple weeks. So look forward to that. And if you want to email me, ask me some questions, or give me some ideas about the podcast, you can send me an email at spartanstrike07@gmail.com. All that info will be in the description down below. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up this episode. Thank you guys for your time. I truly appreciate every single one of you. And I look forward to next week as we continue to talk about anything and everything Pokemon.